are these shadows of day.
Like I always believe, in the Most High, in the sense of like, according to what I saw in the church, so I didn't believe in being transformed or walking a perfect life, because in my mind nobody's perfect, and you can't stop sinning. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? I thought like I thought I thought Messiah died because we can't stop sinning. That was my mindset. You know what I'm saying? So of course I had it backwards. But when you see hypocrisy and people not practicing what they preach and stuff, you see that, like the church I went to, like the pastor like had like two homosexual children, and one was playing the drums and one was like in the choir. I'm just like, that word says, you know what I'm saying? So I felt condemned to say anything about that, so I didn't. So it definitely kept me in a box, as far as what I knew to be right. And so my thing was, I never felt like I needed to necessarily go to church to like really know the Most High, even though what I understood, who I understood the Most High to be, wasn't the full truth yet, because I hadn't really received an encounter yet. But as far as like, I acknowledge now the freedom that comes with truly understanding and knowing the Father, because like they were saying, the insecurities and the getting past that point of not being able to forgive yourself. Because the Father's like, you didn't break your law, statutes, and commandments, you broke mine, and I forgave you. So how you not gonna forgive yourself? You know what I'm saying? And getting to the point where you love yourself, because loving yourself isn't, well, it's not, I don't think it's right to love yourself if you're living a wicked life, because then you're loving wickedness. But coming to love yourself now is loving a version of you that is now a reflection of the Most High's love in the earth. You're loving the version of you that is a product of His grace. So you're loving a product of grace when you love yourself now, because you see Him transforming you in the manifestation of His beauty and love and everything that's wonderful about, His Spirit that He's now put in you. And coming to that comfortability and growing and appreciating the journey in love as He continues to reveal His will to you and reveal what He expects of you, and getting more familiar, so you start feeling less condemned about every little thing. And because we all go through that phase of trying to be, we all try to do so much, and it's just getting to that point where you rest, like everything's on purpose and in His perfect timing. Yet He can't take me to that next step until I'm faithful with what He's shown me already. He can't take me higher until I'm faithful with what He's trying to get me to understand now. It's learning to be obedient and watch the signs that He gives you, and be obedient to that still small voice that tells you need to work on that, you need to quit talking less, whatever He's working on you individually at that moment. So it's about becoming more familiar with the Most High. It's not necessarily just believing in Him now, it's knowing Him, knowing the Father on a deeper level. That's something that, we know that the most majority of churches, we know that they're not necessarily teaching that, because we know the Scripture says that spiritual things have to be spiritually discerned, and that He who is spiritual discerns all things. So, yeah, so I definitely believe in living a set apart life, because I understand that it's possible now. We can do all things through, Yahuwah, our strength. And it's understanding what being perfect really means. Being perfect is being complete. It's literally having the spirit of completion within you. So if you even look up the definition of perfection, what you're going to find is it says perfection is having all the required, desirable qualities, characteristics, and or traits. And you look at the fruits of the Spirit, that's literally that what you just read is in the fruits of the Spirit. So it's learning to be obedient and to walk in it, and being full of, having faith in all that you do, constantly affirming truth over yourself, constantly meditating against wicked thoughts, against vain thoughts. Like, no, I am loved, I am abundant, all things are working together for my good, and I'm pressing forward. You know what I'm saying? I am strong. No, those thoughts are not me. I'm not condemned for that, because He said we have to cast down thoughts. So I'm going to cast down that thought, and no, I'm not condemned for that. It's forgiving yourself and believing that everything's on purpose, because those whom He knew beforehand, them He called, them He justified, them He glorified, them He predestinated. So who can bring a charge against His elect? You know what I'm saying? Nothing can separate us from His love. Not height, not depth, not life, nor death. Not things past, not things present, nor things to come. So And to understand that we're all here on purpose, and the Most High has a plan in each of us for our individual lives, and all of our gifts and talents make room for us, and we're all valuable in the body. So that's what it's important to understand that. So yeah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praises. All praises.
Thank you everybody for the testimony.
Hallelujah. Blessing, blessing.